Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
I will like to show you one more thing, which is of the currency. And we can see here currencies, and this is which is there here about the currencies and exchange rate. As I said, that only one currency can be attached to one level. You cannot attach two currencies, and your corporate level currency will be one which is by default US dollars, which is your reporting currency. And by default, there are certain standard currencies. You can see in this system where there are currencies already existing in the system, and this is the currency code. It gives you the feasibility to edit the currency name, but we have certain standard currencies here. You can see these columns here are assigned levels. Suppose USD is attached to 10 more levels. Automatically it will become 46 because it is having a tally. It is having a tally that how many levels you are utilizing this currency. How many levels you are utilizing INR, for example. You get an understanding that there are 19 countries belonging to India. This is a place, and you can see it's highlighted here at the sideline, which is the corporate currency as US dollars, because at the top level you can see this was a grayed out. You remember, right? I'll show you again. This is our total company. And you will see it was created out because by default, the top level currency is US dollars. That means the reporting of the entire tool will be done in US dollars. Basically, if India data is recorded in INR, there will be exchange rate which converts from minor to your US dollars. At the top level, it will automatically get converted. In exchange rate, you will see we have this actions rate and you have monthly average end of the month, which you definitely use for your balance sheet. This is what about you. Currencies and exchange rate. Sometimes there are additional requirements. You know that there are certain custom currencies of certain people, certain companies follow. Usually the requirement is not there. But if there is a need, there is a feature called Add Custom Currency, and you can create your own custom currency and just have a new currency code attached to it. And then it is visible in the levels that you can attach the same to your. Because suppose you create a new currency here, it will automatically be reflecting here, and you can definitely map to this particular level. Does that make sense now? The currency is an exchange rate. And another thing is the exchange rates, that where you can enter. If the question is for this particular conversation, you can see sample data that must be imported for certain currency exchange rate. Basically, you can see Australia to New Zealand and certain like the rate type is also there. Whatever the rate, depending upon the rate type, you can have the month-wise exchange rate imported in the adaptive. This is another thing. This is a one-time activity. By the way, you will have to set the currencies. You will have to set the exchange rate, and that's it. You will never come back and you utilize the screen. It is just a one-time implementation which you do for currencies and exchange rates. We have completed your currencies and exchange rates. We are doing these levels as of now. In levels, you understood how you can create a level by manual way and how you can create a level by import way. You You understood the additional features of this about how you can tag two currencies and all of that, how you can change the roll-up also, because that is important. And one thing is that you can see certain elimination settings or an elimination level. Elimination trading partner. Basically, this is only for elimination things which happens in consolidation. Very few companies have this kind of requirement that comes up where they want to negate one particular level and they don't want the values to pop up again and again if they are trading partners of each other. For such cases, if there are two trading partners which trade with each other, you just have to take on this book and that will handle the elimination. Here you can see I have written certain in the top that what are the prerequisites when you're doing the trading partners and elimination level. For trading partners, you cannot assign the top level as a trading partner. You cannot, never. And if one particular level is assigned to elimination level, then the same level cannot be assigned as a trading partner because it does not allows you. The system does not allows you to make one level as a trading partner and the same level as an elimination level because it doesn't make sense. This is about the additional feature which you can see, in which means that basically a data of one company can be the data of the same company. Perfect. Correct. Data and a creditor has to be get knocked out at different companies, different companies. Perfect. And the version is again the same. This, whatever level you will create. This is by default created and available in version. In every version, you will see these levels. Level attributes and level dimensions. We will do now. For example, let's jump on our thing. Now in our example, what we are trying to do is we are doing country-wise and then city-wise and then store-wise. Our planning is by this level. I am saying that I am not planning by continent. I am planning only by countries. But if you want the data, that what? How is the performance by continent? If the higher management says that there are certain companies in Asia, I want to understand what is the reporting like. What is the number that is coming for Asia? What is the number that is coming for America? What is the number that is coming for Europe? They don't want to do planning on the continent basis. They want analysis to be done. You are understanding, it is not planning. It is analysis. I will just write it down for your reference. They don't want continents. Or planning purpose. But they want it for reporting purpose or analysis. Reporting or analysis purpose. When you read this line, what is the first thing that comes in your mind? They don't want in this hierarchy. Correct? The continent is not there in the hierarchy, but the continent should be somewhere listed down or tagged to something which can give you this particular analysis. Now, if you tell me if I want to tag India, Mumbai, Bangalore and Chennai, can I tag that this is Asia? Do you agree with me? Now tell me, do you think India and Asia has a 1:1 relationship? Do you think it is a 1:1 relationship? Do you think this is going to change? What do you call this? We did this yesterday, that whatever we have as a 1:1 relationship. Attributes. What do we call this? Perfect. This is an attribute. Whatever we create, this will be an attribute. Similarly, USA, UK and Australia will have their own continent. What we will do is, since these are all levels, and these have a 1:1 relationship with some kind of an attribute which is continent, we will create that as a level attribute. And that is what we will be doing, that attributes are different category. It is not a planning. It is not used for planning purpose, but it is giving you an organization hierarchy, but it is a 1:1 relationship. Because it is establishing your relationship with the value. That value can be your level. Their value can be your dimension. That value can be your account. In our example, we are doing. We are attaching it to your level structure. What is this called? This is called as a level attribute. Attributes can be attached to accounts. Attributes can be attached to dimension and attributes can be attached to levels also. Far with me, it's here. Now where you can see this level attribute screen. I will just go. You can see level attributes is their staff and supervisor organization. But can you see continents here? No see continents. That means you will have to create it somewhere. You go on modeling. Where do we create it? Do you see level attributes? Level attributes. Do you see dimension attributes? And do you see account attributes? There are 3 different sections for it. If you want to create attributes for levels, you go here. I click on level attributes. There are 2 attributes already created, staff and supervisory organization, which you can see in the tagging. God. Once you create here, it will reflect here. Let's create it. How you can create? You can see this option, create new level. Create new level attribute value. This is the new attribute level which we will create. Now, what I name this is continents. Again, there is a display name and which you can have a display code and stuff like that. But as of now, we will keep it as continents. You can see this. Keep sorted and level import checkbox. I will explain you in a while. I'm just creating this continents. Now, inside this continents, I want 4 values. First is Asia. First Asia. I will create this safe. And then again I will click on this. I will use this value. Not this, because this is creating the top level and this is creating an inside value for the continents. What I will do is I will create new level attribute value. Let's say North America. You can see this drop down. You can see save and new. If you click save, it saves and you will again have to create. Go on this and click. But if you click on save and new, this will get saved and automatically the same. The name cannot be empty. North America. If I click on save and new, North America gets created and automatically this page and it's all the current. I will create Europe here. I will create Europe. I will create save and new. It is just a faster way of manually creating the level attributes. The final is Australia. I will just save this now. Now we have this attribute created. Now what I will do, I will just refresh the page of your level structure. I will just refresh it. Let's see. It's just saying something else. Now what I need to do is I need to tag my continents to my country. Let's start with India. I click on India. You will see that in level attributes, there is something additional. Why it came? Because we created it manually here. Now how you can tag it? You just simply open this and you tag it to Asia. Once you do, it is saying that any child level which does not have a compatible attribute value will have this attribute value change. Do you want to continue? What do you mean by this? What do you think that will happen now? Which means that everything under India, right? Mumbai and the different other cities under India will get the same attribute level value of Asia. Perfect. Let's say I'll just cancel this. Unless I will do that in another example. Let's say I will just do yes and I will save it. Let's see if it is updating for Mumbai, Bangalore and Chennai or not. Whereas Asia is updated here. Mumbai, we will see continents. It's update. It's a details Mumbai, Asia, Bangalore, details Bangalore. It's Asia. Perfect. Chennai details Chennai, it's Asia. It is done automatically. Now let's say in USA, I am attaching a New York as I am attaching it wrong. I am attaching as Europe. Let's say this is not correct. This is not correct. You agree, right? What I'm trying to do is in USA, I go USA is the top level basically. And inside them, there are 3 levels. In USA, I change it to North America. Any child level, again the same pop up has come. Let's see what happens now. I will just click on save. Let's check for Chicago. It's North America. Correct. Let's check for Philadelphia. It's North America. It's correct. Let's check for New York. Now, what do you think? What happened here? It changed to North America. Correct. But initially you went inside and did the tagging to as Europe. But now, once you do anything to the top level, it gets reflected to the child. That's what I wanted to explain you. Because here it always depends on the parent level itself. Another thing I would like to tell you. Let's say in New York, I have done this as a Sing. Let's say I'm selected Singapore again for New York. New York, you're changing the currency. And in here it's US dollars. Again, I will do this as dollars and try to save this. I will check for New York. New York. What is that? It is for currency. What happened here? Why the values did not change here? Similar to your attribute, because Philadelphia is still the same, but here it's a different. Because we didn't give apply to all other sub-levels. It is basically allowing that even inside USA, if there are certain companies that do not want to record their expenses in US dollars, they have that privilege to utilize any other currency. Even in the US. That's why it is not mandatory. Eventually, for every level you have to manually select or in the import template itself. And you just say that. But any other feature like your level attributes and level dimensions like this, whatever is attached to your parent, it will get automatically reflecting in the child levels. Is this clear? Good to go far. What we have done far is we have looked at this particular hierarchy. We have tried to create it here. We have studied about currencies and exchange rate. We have done this, attributes. We have completed level attributes today where we use this particular continents as an attributes. And then what we understood that they don't. If the company don't want for the planning purpose, then there is no requirement in the organization hierarchy. You can utilize as an attribute for analysis and reporting. Basically, now they can do the analysis based on the Asia, based on Europe and on. And also we did it manual way of manual way of creating the levels and importing to the template. Similarly, attribute gives you the import template structure here and it is the same. You can see this page. This page is also same and this page is also same. What could be different? Only the template will be different, right? You agree. Because in level the structure is different. In here the structure is different. Let's do quickly a download template for your attributes also. That we can complete the level attributes section. And it's opening. I will just create another attributes. Let's say locations or any other. Let's just for example. Again, this is the template for this first tab is always instructions. Second is always level attributes. The advisable thing is, whenever you download any template, don't delete any kind of a sheet because it does not impact. But please do not do any changes on the template. And also in the columns, whichever are optional, you can delete them. But whichever are required, you should not delete those columns. Let's try. I'm just creating as a, let's say, employee gender. I'm creating an attribute display name. Can we see him? Attribute value. I want this to be male. I want this to be female. I think there should be code. Also, I will copy paste the same here. Your parent is done. Oh, what happened here? Employee gender is your attribute and inside then we are creating as this. I'm just saving this though it is not a relevant example. We are just trying to understand how the import structure works for level attributes. It's pretty much the same that it worked for your levels. I will just copy the path. We'll just close this file. I will go in the section. I will just repeat the steps. This is the level attributes page. In the last, there is an import template structure. It's by default the update and function. We do not utilize the reload function here because all the values will be deleted. Once you import and select the file, it is reflecting here and let's click on upload. Let's see if we get any errors or it is completed. We have an error. Let's download the error file and we will quickly fix it. Apart from this, we will kind of complete the versions. Also, it is a short topic and then we will close for today and the remaining things we will do it tomorrow. Employee gender. The specified display is not recognized. Oh, this is a format. We should not fill this actually. There is not a format. We should keep it blank. We don't require anything else. I will just save this because it is a format. Basically, it is asking whether the format should be name code or like that. We should keep it blank only. There is no, it is not required. Again, I will click here. I will choose the file. Done upload. You can see that it is created employee gender male and female, right? It's automatically created. And if you go on the level page now, you just refresh the page. In that upload portion. Now, where did we write male or female? I will just show you. Let's check for any level the employee gender is coming or not, even though it is not relevant here, but it should come. It is coming and is giving you the feasibility to choose between two values. As of now, I will go and delete this because this is not a level attribute because it does not make sense. This was just for demo purpose. I'm deleting this employee. This is the delete button. And this is again the same view. This is the printable view. If you click on it, levels get downloaded. And if you delete, this is the delete button. Your question was, where did I wrote the thing? I will just show you level attributes. Attribute name. What is the attribute name? Employee gender. What is your attribute value name? It's your male and female. Value and attribute value. You need to understand the difference. Got here, can you tell me in supervisory organization, what is the attribute and what is the attribute value? Supervisory organization is your attribute. Operations, corporate and others is your attribute value. And in this case, you can see that there is certain rolling up to operations. What are these? These are operational values of operations. Correct. These are also attribute values. Attributive values of attribute operation. One thing you can notice, this is a hierarchy that you can create. It is in attributes. You can create hierarchy similar to what you did in levels also. It is possible in attributes also. One classic example is there are certain people who do not plan by. You know department wise, but they want it for analysis. You know, HR department, IT department, admin department can be categorized here in hierarchical manner also, and then they can be tagged. Basically, everything in adaptive is possible. You just need to understand the company that they are planning at which level and they're doing analysis at which levels. Whatever analysis they want to do, you create it as an attribute. And whatever planning you want them to do, you create as an account and you create them as a level. This kind of a functional understanding is very, very mandatory for, all the implementers that are going to work in adaptive planning. Got. There is additional thing which I wanted to explain in this is continents. You can see this keep sorted kind of a thing. It's basically if you click here, it is saying that if you click on this and it will be in an alphabetical order kind of a thing. Let's try and save this continents and let's see what happens, the impact. Do you see the changes that has taken place? It's making the sequence wise. Basically in the alphabetical order. That's why this feature is important. The another feature you can see is the level import automatically creates attribute values. This is basically done. Suppose if you are doing integration. You're integrating two sources from Workday Finance. The data is coming into Workday Adaptive Planning. In your Workday Finance, suppose continents, there are another continent coming as South America. There is another continent coming as anything, remaining 2, but in adaptive there are only 4 continents. Alright. If you select this option now and just save this for continents, if you select this option, the one that you have to do. Whenever integration happens, integration usually happens overnight. Suppose some data is being reflecting for South America, your South America will be automatically created here in adaptive. There is no need for you to go and create this manually, or there is no need to grow. Go in your import template and create it. Because you have selected this option, that once you select this, whenever the integrations are running from backend, it will automatically get created. You get the feature for this. You understood what is happening. Suppose supervisory organization it is not. Click here. Now suppose integrations are running for this particular thing and there are certain new data, new values coming. Now what do you think? What will happen? Let's take the example of continents. I have not selecting this. I'm not selecting this. Now today night integrations are running for South America continent. In your Workday Finance, there is data of South America, but in Adaptive Planning, there is no data for South America to be captured. There is no placeholder. Once the integrations are running overnight, do you think the integrations will be successful or it will? It will fail. It will fail. It will fail and it will show that there is one missing value. What is that one missing value? It is South America. In order to solve that integration issue, you will come here and create South America level. Suppose you don't want this kind of integration issues and you know that there are certain values which can be automatically imported from your integrations. In such cases, it is advisable to click this box. You understood the use case. Level import automatic create attributes. It's always advisable to use that. No, it is not. It is not always advisable, but in certain cases where the company is sure that there are 7 continents, that means there are 7 values. Let it be as import automatically. But then there are, sometimes what happens is, I will just explain another case to you. What will happen is North America, there is another value in your Excel file. I will just write here. Suppose some people will. There is always data entry issues. You got my point now. Now tell me if you click if you have the data like this in the system in your Workday Finance. And if in an adaptive there is this only. And if you click on this also, if you click, then what will happen? All these values will be created, which does not make sense. You agree? You need to have that control on the end users also. But sometimes in big organization, that control is not there. If that is not, then it will create duplicate values. Unnecessary duplicate values will be created. And in case, if you want to export the data and do something, what's also that will be? It will be 2. When you know that duplicates are not being created, you could click on this. When you know that duplicates will be there and it will be an active class, you simply don't create, you don't simply click on this. If you don't click, then it will throw out errors. It is because for integration there is a separate team that can handle such kind of issues. It is there. It is their task basically. Like I think then if that's a it's better not to take it that you don't do. You're sure you want only these levels and in case there's a typo in the upload that can be amended. Correct. For. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.